Towards the end of Season 1, I was ready for the next season out of boredom. Towards the end of Season 2 though, I was ready for the next season out of excitement. Showdown was a great season, maintaining momentum throughout its run. Without a doubt, this is the season I've played the most ever, and Jesus Christ did it go out with a bang. The consensus of the Fortnite community is that Shattered was the best Fortnite live event ever, and I could not possibly imagine thinking otherwise. It had so many cool moments, like this one, and this one, oh, and I like this one too. Yeah, Shattered was an insane conclusion to the season, doing so much story-wise, like the return of Geno and Smokey and Jonesy. With all the shit that was going on and just the sheer magnitude of it, this felt more like an end-of-chapter event, which is kind of because it was the end of a chapter. Kind of. To everyone's surprise, we got an entirely new map with this season. This is the first time we've seen an entire map get replaced in the middle of a chapter, and I kinda don't know what to think of it. My first thought is that a new map is a good thing, especially for a summer season. Since they tend to drag on a little longer than usual, summer seasons are seen as kind of boring. I think having a new map rather than the usual 2 to 3 new POIs will give the season a lot more longevity since there's more to explore and find. But I can't stop thinking about one thing. With yearly chapters, the main complaint I keep hearing, and keep agreeing with, is how newer maps are just more forgettable. Think back towards the OG map, Dusty Depot, Retail Row, Pleasant Park, Tilted Towers. It has so many memorable POIs, and a big part of that is because we played on them for a little more than 2 years. Now think back to the Chapter 5 map. How many places do you remember? What about Chapter 6? Personally, I can only name a few from Chapter 5, and only one from Chapter 6. Now in a year from now, how many locations from the first half of Chapter 7 do you think you'll be able to name, given that we only got to play on it for half a year? This is why I'm not fully sold on getting a new map in the middle of a chapter. I really hope that this is a one-time thing and not the beginning of a new pattern. Plus, I actually really liked the last map. I was starting to feel kind of attached to it. The new map looks beautiful, and I'm excited to explore it more as the season unfolds. I really like the weird mishmashing that's present throughout the map, like Sandy Strip and Dark Dominion being combined into Sinister Strip, and the biomes being reminiscent of previous points in Fortnite's history. Also, I like these houses that I think are trying to emulate the wackiness of Chapter 1, but they're completely missing the curviness of the old style, so it doesn't fall flat, but it's just kind of funny, I don't know. For the first couple of days, I thought that the new POIs straight up sucked. They're a lot smaller than before, and they felt a lot more generic, and I was really underwhelmed until I started playing more and finding out that Epic had packed a lot of little secrets into each location. For example, Cluster Coast is where Ducky Momo lives, and it's just a couple of buildings and a big duck in the water. No big deal, whatever. But if you look around, you can find a duck with sunglasses, place him on a pedestal, and watch as the floor underneath lowers into a secret vault. There's stuff like this at multiple POIs, and I absolutely love it. It feels really cool exploring all the little Easter eggs in the game, and it makes the map feel way more memorable. On top of that, I think a lot of the locations have really strong aesthetics, like the Miami Vice City vibes of Heatwave Harbor, or the Fanboy Chum Chum looking ice cream store in Frosted Flats. Overall, I think this map is great. It shows that a lot of love has been put into handcrafting this map. It feels very purposeful, unlike the loot pool. This loot pool feels so random. Like, why is the hunting rifle back? And why are both of the ARs gimmicky? And why are there 3 pump shotguns that all kind of feel the same? Hello, I'm editing this video on June 11th, and literally like 4 hours ago, they vaulted the Chaos Reloader. So kind of ignore that last one, but the other 2 still stand, I swear. Okay, back to the video. Last season, the loot pool was designed with such clear intent, but this season it feels like they randomly chose what weapons to add in. I didn't really like the loot pool, but then after a while, something suddenly clicked. The gunplay is just really good. It feels so tight and fun that a good fight has me feeling like I'm playing an arena shooter like Quake or something. I think it's balanced okay-ish, at least since the Chaos Exploder rifle got nerfed on day 2. This thing melted like a hot knife through butter on the first day. I mean, just look at this fucking clip. I took a shower after this happened because of how disgusting I felt. My favorite guns so far are the Flex SMG and the Ranger pistol. I loved the Flex the first season of this chapter, so yeah, I'm a little happy that it's back. And I can't believe I'm saying this about a pistol, but the Ranger pistol needs to be nerfed. I have been hitting AR distance shots with this thing with pinpoint accuracy. My highest kill game this season was 21 kills with just the pistol and the Striker shotgun. I know we got a John Wick pistol, but that thing doesn't even compare to the Ranger. Despite the good gunplay, the loot pool is kind of boring right now. I've seen people who have been playing way longer than me saying that Fortnite is at its best when it has some wacky shit in it, and I really want to experience that, but for now we have one of the most milquetoast item pools I've ever seen, even though mobility items are a little boring right now. The only 3 we have are Overdrive Grenades, Rift-to-Goes, and the 7 sliders. Fortnite may have a lot of problems, but they always cook when it comes to new movement items. The sliders are really cool and a good way to traverse the abundant waterways. Also, with the slow-mo kill switch pistol mechanic, there's a ton of potential for some crazy clips. Besides those though, this loophole is really bland. After the second day, I was kinda bummed that I had seen everything. With so little in the loophole though, I've been trying weapons that I wouldn't normally use just to have fun, like the Ranger pistol. I wish there was more stuff, but sometimes you gotta look at the bright side of things. Also, it is the start of the season, so this is bound to change. With the new loophole being lackluster, I feel like Epic was really banking on the new sprite extraction mechanic to be the hook of the season. I'm not surprised that sprites are back. I mean, every company, including Epic, feels like they need a little Funko-esque scrimblow to market. What I am surprised about though is that they turned Fortnite into an extraction shooter. Now, I am not an extraction shooter connoisseur. I've been playing FPSs since I was like 11, but hero shooters and battle royales are my bread and butter. I don't really get the draw of extraction shooters. In fact, the whole concept sounds like I would get really pissed off if I did play them regularly. My blood would be boiling with the heat of 1,000 suns if I had played for a few hours, gotten a lot of good stuff, and then lost it all in an instant. Fortnite does a lot right with their implementation. Having to extract a sprite only once for it to be added to your collection, allowing you to buy it back whenever with dust, is such a great quality of life feature. Also, as a big Pokemon fan with the different rare sprites you can get, I get really excited about hunting for sprites I don't have yet.
I'm rushing in. I got this. Like I said, I got this. Extracting this fucking thing immediately.
Some sprites kinda suck, some sprites are kinda good, but no sprite is better than the rest, at least to me. This is a good thing, because variety is important, and if everyone was using the same sprite, it would just be a tad boring. However, I don't think this mechanic works for Fortnite. Turning a battle royale into an extraction shooter is like jamming a square into the circle hole. It just doesn't work. I adored rivalries because they encouraged hunting people down and engaging in fights, and this mechanic literally does the complete opposite. Instead, it encourages everyone to play like roaches and camp and third party just so they can jump you and steal your shit. Just by having static extraction points, this type of behavior was enabled, but Epic went above and beyond by deciding to make the game dox you to everyone in a 200-meter radius when you actually try to extract. I am playing games where I'm getting third-partied by 4 different squads sometimes. It's somewhat tolerable in builds, but in zero build you can't do anything except just stand there and take it. Now, I don't have an issue with third-partying in general. It's a PvP game, it's bound to happen, whatever. But when it happens every single match, just because you tried engaging in the core mechanic of the season, it gets tiring. I don't even extract sprites that much anymore because I just keep getting punished for it. If portable extractors weren't a thing, I probably wouldn't play the season at all. Another thing, I think that the sprites should be more common. The rates of some of these sprites are ridiculous, like the 0-point sprite being a 0.06% chance to find or something like that is crazy. It's to the point where people have opened a sprite black market and they pay real money to get rare sprites. Please do not do that, it is so stupid. I really hope Fortnite does something about this because this is just a bad look. This season had an amazing live event ushering it in, along with a new map as well as having a really solid, though small, loot pool. Everything was looking good, but the main mechanic really just sits wrong with me. Going from a season where you're encouraged to chase people down and get into fights to being rewarded for sitting around and poaching others is just such a huge letdown. The traditional Fortnite aspects of this season are rock solid, but the foreign parts that have been injected into the game turn it to gravel. After this, and after seeing that the Robloxification has really hurt the game, I hope that Fortnite finally learns that it doesn't have to be something it isn't. It just needs to be Fortnite. But what do you think so far? Do you love this season or do you hate it? Leave a comment down below with your thoughts. I would really like to know everyone's first impression. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. I would be so happy that I'd start slapping my belly like a seal. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good one.